Hello and welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the RDA. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing, smashing a like on the video. But anyways, enough of that, Gentlemen, this is Manchester United versus PSG match preview. Obviously, we're playing PSG soon. There is still this thing going around where we need a point and then we'll be fine. But I think it's got to do something with the goal difference as well, because last time I checked, unless my math is horrible, which it is, you know, but supposedly a point is all we really need for this qualification. So the bar's a bit lower. But obviously, I don't want to draw. We don't want to draw because we know what happens when the boys play PSG. It might not happen at home, but we know what happens when we play PSG. This team turns up. And as you guys can see on my left, is that I don't have a predicted 11, so we'll do it together, I think, because honestly, the only reason I don't have a predicted 11 is that I don't know what Ollie's going to do. I don't know whether it's going to be a 4-2-3-1. I don't know if it's going to be a back five. I don't know if it's going to be a diamond, but we will get something on that board for you, don't worry. But gentlemen, before we get into the show, I must ask, how are you both doing? And obviously, it's been a day since that win against Southampton, so how are you guys feeling after that?
Nah, still feeling pretty gassed, very excited. It was a really enjoyable win. I think I watched over the game like okay, not the whole game, but I watched the highlights like 4 times over. And yeah, it's just still amazing. Like, it's what this club is made of. Fergie time, and watch football, those moments, and it was really enjoyable. And yeah, hopefully this is a step forward and a sign for better things.
I can definitely agree with that. It just feels like if we just backtrack from here, it's just a waste again, and I'm not ready for that. But otherwise, I'm looking forward. It's a big game and really excited. We have a good record against PSG and just really excited to move on back to the Champions League.
No, yeah, exactly. And I think, there is a positive thing to mention is that in the Champions League, we always look like, a way better team than we do when we play Premier League. Even against Southampton, we might have won that game, but we were 2-0 down, and I was like, oh man, what is it with this league and us just not getting the job done? But, obviously we did get the job done. But, with PSG,
Yeah.
I mean, tactically, it's nothing new to us. They're going to play their football. They're going to play that coming attack. They're going to try attack us, which leads perfect into Ollie's hands, because what's Ollie's favorite thing to do in his life? Counter attack. We are counter attack FC. That's what we are. So there's nothing really new, I think. I feel like the team he picks, I don't know if it will do as well, because every time we play PSG, that back five has been there. So tactically, from our point, is the only thing I'm not sure about. Tactically, from PSG's point, unless they do something very surprisingly and let us attack them, which I highly doubt, is that we know they're gonna attack us. They got Mbappe, Neymar, the whole star-started team. They're gonna come for us. But in terms of what we gonna do, gentlemen, what do you guys think we gonna do? Starting off with a formation. Let's see. Personally, I think if we have the players, I think Ollie would pick a back five. But other than that, I think he might go for a diamond.
I can see it, I can see the diamond. I can see all of them, really. Back five, the 4-2-3-1, and the diamond. I think they'll all work for this game. And I think we're all going to play all of them on the counter. And I think we can do all the formations. Maybe some better than others, but we can do that. And with PSG, I don't know. I have a feeling that these guys are for the taking. They won against RB Leipzig, but they weren't that great. On the weekend, they drew. I forgot what team it was in Liga. Obviously, I don't know what team it was. It's a farmers league. They drew there, and they weren't amazing either. And then Neymar came out and said, during the week, we have to play more as a team if we're going to beat Manchester United. And they're a little fragile right now. So I feel like, if we play to our strength, to play on the counter, there's some teams in the world that will never sit back and try to play on the counter. Like, there's just some teams that just don't do that. Like, maybe the Barcelona of this world, Man City. I don't know. I feel like PSG are also those type of teams. They trust that they have the stars, so they have to use that quality. And I feel like that will work in our favor. But I definitely, if I have to pick a formation, after what happened on the weekend, I think it will be the diamond. And I think we'll just go to them on the counter.
Interesting. Clayton, what do you think?
I think if we see Shawford, I've seen no reason why we don't play the back five.
Mm-hmm.
But if he's not quite ready yet, I have no clue what Ollie's gonna do. because this man is just jumping and changing between formations. I'd love to see him just stick with the bloody diamond or the 4-2-3-1. Just choose one, please. Just don't change it. That's all I'm asking for. Just stick with the diamond.
But the thing is, that's the
If
thing.
we-
He has changed. So what?
Yeah.
Well, okay. What would you want to see? Obviously, to be honest with you, I think if the players are depending on who's fit, his first choice is a back five. I think that is his first choice. But let's just say that we don't, because we don't know yet. You know, he hasn't released out who's injured, who can play or whatever. So let's not choose a back five. So out of the 4-2-3-1 and out of the diamond, what would you like to see? And the only reason I said and the only reason I'd say the diamond is also because I think in Ollie's head is probably he has an extra midfielder there to defend a little bit more. So that's why I think he will pick the diamond.
I agree with you. I think
Yeah.
we're going to see the diamond more than likely.
Okay, so
I feel like I want to get to a stage where we can play one formation against the big teams and the small teams, and I feel like the diamond is a formation that can kind of get that balance. And for that sake, I feel like I want to see that one. And like I don't like this five at the back. Like in any instance, I just don't like it. I feel like yes, it's one thing playing the counter, playing the five at the back. That's just cowardly. Five defenders. Oh my gosh! Like really. So I want us to play like a team that is ready to score goals against PSG. And I think even if it's on the counter, at least let it be the 4-2-3-1 or the diamond. And the diamond is better because we can get most of our good players into the team.
yeah, so
And obviously what I'm saying now is also fueled by the fact that it worked so well in the weekend.
some people actually they might reserve judgment of that because people do like the 4-2-3-1. Lots of people in our fan base love the 4-2-3-1. Even after it worked, after we had that bad patch and then the 4-2-3-1 came back in with the right players though, and we started doing well. So but personally, like I said, I don't know why, but I do think the diamond is our best formation to get our best players into the team. So I think that is probably arguably our best formation as long as Ollie and that team can concentrate, because with the diamond, high concentration, and you've got to know what you're doing. You can't lose that shape. You have to keep that shape. So and when you have to change the shape, you have to know how to do it. It's a very intelligent formation, and you've got, like I said, you got to know what you're doing. But this is high end football. I shouldn't even be saying this is like. Of course, these players should know what they're doing, and of course, a manager and coaches of Manchester United should know what they're doing. But we're in the situation where we don't know what we're gonna get. To be honest with you. So okay, I think we've all pretty much agreed on the diamond. So our predicted 11 will be somewhat. We'll do a diamond. So we'll start off with who do we think the predicted lineup would be. So we'll start off with the goalkeeper, which is interesting because, like we said, De Gea also he went off injured. So I think if De Gea is fit, he plays. But for now, do we all agree that probably Dean Henderson?
Lee Grant.
Yeah, I know. Imagine. And Dare's not Maguire, so they're not gonna try playing with an injury. So it'll probably be Dean Henderson.
Oh, wait, you guys see this? I hope you can see that. Yeah, so I think Dean Henderson, it will probably be him. I actually don't know because I seen De Gea's tweet after the game. He said that he went off or whatever, but he hopes to be back soon. And I just don't know. The knee thing could be weird. Could have been precautionary. But yeah, I'm gonna put Dean Henderson there just because we don't know the full update that they have there yet. But if De Gea's fit, he plays. I think there's no question about that.
Yeah, definitely. But at least those wages aren't going to waste now. At least Dean Henderson's going to play. And he's a good goalkeeper. I think he's the best English goalkeeper. I have no idea how he's number 3 at England. Yeah, Southgate politics.
Yeah, it is. And Southgate did say if you want to be the England's number 1, you got to be playing regular for your club team. And I mean, it's pretty hard when you have a goalkeeper like David De Gea as the other goalkeeper. But I still do agree. I think he's England's best goalkeeper. I think he was the Premier League's best goalkeeper last year when he was in the Premier League playing for Sheffield. We have a quality goalkeeper in our hands, and it's just amazing. And like I said, with Romero, it is what it is. But I think now, it's just we won't even see Romero on the bench because of how the situation was dealt. But we all know those things. Back 4.
Who's on the bench though? Is it Lee Grant?
Yeah, Lee Grant.
Or Romero. I would think Romero travels.
Yeah. But I always see Lee Grant. I actually haven't seen Sergio Romero's name. He could be, might as well be there.
Imagine
Lee Grant's name more often.
Imagine training and traveling knowing you're never going to play.
So it's somewhat
That's
like
horrible.
Igalo now, though. Although at least Igalo's one is just a
Yeah.
loan, so he knows he's gonna get football. It was once in January,
Jeez, my
but you know,
life. Like
yeah.
the team mascot.
He
Just
is.
keep,
Yeah, I
just
love
keep
Igalo. I love Igalo.
mood
I won't lie
going.
to you. I like Igalo. I appreciate everything he's done this year, and I'm happy for him. Like I said, it's like a fan playing for United. It was great while it lasted, but you know, it is what it is. Back four is interesting because I do agree with Clayton again. I think if Luke Shaw is fit, I'm playing Luke Shaw in this game. I would not play
Oh.
Alex Telles in this game. I would play Luke Shaw, but our back four probably. You guys can give me your thoughts on it, but I would probably say it'll be Alex Telles, Maguire, Lindelof, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka once again. I mean, it doesn't ever really change that much.
Yeah.
Roy, what do you guys think
Yeah.
of the back?
I guess to a certain extent it could be a good thing because of the familiarity and consistency at the back. Even though we know that the two centre backs aren't good enough, so we shouldn't be trying to build the team around them. But yeah, no, it makes sense. I don't see only if Luke Shaw's here it changes, but if not, it's definitely going to be those four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it'll go
I still want to see Axel come back and just
Axel
show a
can't
name
play
on
in this game, though,
Mbappe.
to be fair. Oh my.
Oh yeah, he's got the card. I
But yeah,
forgot.
Yeah.
it's not
Oh,
serious.
so he actually can't.
He literally
Great.
can't play this game.
Too many yellows. Great. So yeah, no complaints.
Yeah, so no. I mean, even if you want, I mean, like, who else you can play? Really, there is no one.
Yeah, just Axel.
Although that's what I'm saying, though,
Fine.
it depends on who's here because like Bai is supposedly training again. So is Bai fit enough? And then I think if he is fit enough, we'll see a back five then, anyways. So it literally depends. I think if players are fit, Ollie's first choice, 100% back five. But if he doesn't have fit, he's forced to play. I think either this time or the 4-2-3-1. And I know, okay, it's goof. I'll make it nice, okay, guys, I promise. I know, it's getting on my OCD as well. It's going like this. So I'll read it. But, yeah, I think that will be our back four. Midfield is very tricky. Because, again, I think if McTominay is fit, he'd play over Matic. And I wouldn't want that. Exactly. So, guys, what is your midfield for? Very interesting.
More I think about it, I think we might play 4-2-3-1. The more I think about it, because I feel like he might think Matic is a bit of a liability. He doesn't seem to rate Matic, and in this type of game, I wonder if he'd be willing to play Matic.
I mean,
No.
Clayton, what do you think? How do you think? You think Ollie doesn't trust Matic anymore?
Yeah, I'm not quite sure, but I think something is going on there, just a little bit. I don't think Ali quite is the biggest fan of Matic at the moment. And again, this is one of those games that's going to be high intensity football. It's going to be him running for 90 minutes, and I don't quite know if he has the legs for that. And that may
Because he
be
did
the
play
only
the
deal
whole
breaker.
game. That's the only thing I would say
Yeah.
is that he did play.
You play a full 90 minutes,
Yeah.
admittedly, as well. So, as much as we like Matic, and especially when he's at his best, this doesn't feel like it's his best game against PSG. They're going to be a very high intensity football team. And against someone who just isn't at their best at the moment, I don't know if we'll see him play. But I would still like to attempt it.
No, yeah.
I know.
That's
So
true.
I definitely don't see Matic. So it's either two things that are gonna happen. We're either gonna play the five again with McTominay, as you say, great God, or we're gonna see the two we saw in the Champions League against Istanbul with Fred and what's his name again, and Van Beek.
Now, I've got a suggestion, right? And this could very much be what Ollie does. Well, I say that, but now that I think about it, it sounds too ridiculous to be something that Ollie does. How
Okay.
would you guys? I'm gonna actually not. I'll write on it, but just if you see this midfield, all I'm gonna say is, yeah, I would absolutely love this midfield. I think this is our best midfield choice we have, but I have no idea whether or not he'll do it. I don't think he will do it. I don't think there's any chance of this happening. It depends on injury as well, whether or not the player is fit to do this. But my God, this midfield is ridiculous.
It's a bit obvious where it's going.
Yeah, I would love that. Doubt it, but I would
Yeah, I
love
think-
that.
I think playing the diamond is ultimately trying to fit these players into the team, honestly.
Yep.
And I don't think Ole would do it in this game. I don't think he makes such a drastic change in this game. But yeah, it's got the firepower. If we get this team working, like, what can't we do, honestly? Like
What that
this
midfield is enough to
midfield,
win the league. If as long as they can get it all right.
this midfield,
On paper, that
yeah,
midfield's
the
good
midfield and
enough.
the attack
Inside, it's a big
can
impact.
break down anyone. The problem would be the defense, but the midfield and the attack can break down anyone.
Exactly. Clay, what do you think of that midfield?
Yeah, I love it. I genuinely think if they are coached correctly, that's the best midfield in the league. There's going to be nothing better because that's fantastic. It's as simple as that. If it's coached correctly, that's generally the best midfield in the league.
Yeah, but like you said, the problem is
For me,
is defensively. You know, is
Yeah.
Fred?
For
Because
me, I
Fred
have
has
problem.
he's been like nurtured into this role that we want him to. But is this the game to say, okay, now's your chance to do that role
No,
alone?
definitely
And that's the
not.
thing. It's not really this.
Yeah.
It's not the type of game to do that. And I think Oli knowing that a draw is enough is going to be like, I want to just park it and close it up. I'll take a draw. I think Oli will
Yeah.
play for a draw in this.
I
game.
feel like we kind of do like what we did on the weekend with Matic and Fred, and with Donny and Fred. And as we saw, sometimes one would go up and some want to stay, and the other would go up and the other would stay. And we could do that with those two, and I feel like that would suit those two better than with Matic. And then Pogba can play like Van de Beek on the weekend and not defend because he can't defend, and just be more offensive and just use his talent to affect the game positively.
No, yeah, it's interesting because when you look at defensively and you say Pogba, don't do the defensive role, be like what Donny was on the weekend. But then you tell Donny to be like Fred, and then Fred to be like Matic. Then you think like they could do because I trust Donny. I trust Donny to play anyway. Really, to be honest, he might not be the best there, but I still trust him to get a 6 out of 10 at least from there. So the only question I would say to not put this on the whiteboard for the final thing is that, do you guys think if Pogba's fit, he goes straight back into this team?
I don't see it. I don't see. I feel like Ole's learned his lesson there, and he's very hesitant to pick Pogba. I've noticed.
Yeah, it definitely feels like he's realized Pogba has a lot of flaws, and it's not like he's just it doesn't feel like he wants to be there that much. Like in that starting 11, just feels like he isn't giving his all whenever he does get the opportunity, and Ollie's realizing this and starting to drop him a lot more. So I don't quite know if he will make the starting 11 if he is fit. I would say no though. I'd lean more towards no.
Yeah. So but then again, I ask you guys the next question then. Obviously if Ollie doesn't pick him, and like you said, we can't have Pogba on the whiteboard then. But who plays instead? Because we don't know with McTominay what's the story as well. Who else is going to play? The only other thing is it will make sense if either he picks Matic again. Yeah, either he picks a Matic again, or we go back to a 4-2-3-1. That's never gonna happen.
I can see a world where you play 4-2-3-1, Fred, Donny, Bruno, and we play the front three played against Istanbul with Martial, Cavani, and
I think now that we've done it on whiteboard on paper, I think the diamond
the
could
team
be
played,
a
actually.
bit unrealistic. Actually, knowing that we just don't know. So, do you think we should just switch it up back to the 4-2-3-1?
I'm starting to think that. How do you think?
I would say I'm starting to think that because I just don't think this Pogba role here, whether it be McTominay or Matic, I just don't know how you play Matic again. I don't know if Scott's fit enough to play, and even if Scott is fit enough to play, I wouldn't play him because it's not like a Paul Pogba where he can be world class on his day.
But the issue with the 4-2-3-1 now is who plays striker, especially if Tony's not fit. Can Cavani play a full 90 against PSG? Because I doubt it, because Greenwood's also going to have to start with him, and so will Rashford.
I think we've got enough, though. I think when Cavani starts to play 60 minutes, you can move to Mason Greenwood on the wing, and worst case, I don't want it to happen, but Ollie will probably be like, bring on Dan James, or Mata, or something. That's why I think the 4-2-3-1 is probably something we're the most stacked in. For now, because our strikers.
And was Martial not just ill?
Yeah,
something like that.
So
I don't think.
And I think personally, I think Martial will be back for PSG. So.
If he is back, then I have no issue with the 4-2-3, and I think that we have the
so,
personnel to operate correctly.
Yeah, to be safe, but I must go back. That midfield is the dream midfield. You play that midfield, Ollie. Oh my lord, I don't care if you lose. I'll be like, you did the right thing. You did the right thing. That midfield is the midfield I want to see all the time.
I like to see that midfield more against the teams that are going to sit back and we're going to have to break them down. I think that would be great for that.
Yeah, that's very true. obviously the 4-2-3-1, but our midfield will probably be again. This needs to happen. Fred and Donny must not switch sides.
Yep.
They cannot switch sides. They have to play like this. Ooh, it's not Donny wrong. But yeah, I think this probably is our best midfield. In the 4-2-3-1, I think that's probably our best midfield. So yeah, and then I think if we do play
No,
the 4-2-3-1, the front three becomes basically very easy. I think because like I said, if Tony is fit, he probably does play Tony over here.
Yeah.
Probably does play Tony there.
To be honest,
Probably see Cavani.
in my mind, this might be our most balanced midfield. But the problem with it, we don't get all our best players in.
Well, the only problem I see is that there's only one big star name that's not on this team sheet, and that's Paul Pogba. That is the only name that that's missing really. Well, maybe you can decide a mid defender, but that doesn't have to do with anything with the formation. You will play 4 anyways in the diamond formation anyways. But yeah, it's only to fit in Paul Pogba, and then if we did stick with the diamond midfield, who do you drop at striker? Because I tell you what. There ain't no ways if Martial is fit. There ain't no ways I'm dropping Martial, and there's just no ways I'm not playing Cavani. But you know who that leaves out, and it won't happen. It's leaving out Marcus Rashford. And funny
don't
enough,
even go there, dude.
exactly. And
Not
funny
Rashie.
enough, I wouldn't leave Rashford out of this game because Rashford is the PSG hero. So
It's gonna score a free kick this time.
I've been saying since Cavani came.
Yeah, no.
I want to see a Tony Cavani up front. I want to see
I
it.
also want to see it. I think
I've
that
been
the
saying it.
intelligence. If you have Tony,
Yeah.
Cavani, Bruno, and Donny, done. Done. Those are the
I get you, but
intelligent footballers on the pitch.
And I want Cavani to play more. But I just think Cavani should play, as we've touched, shouldn't play every game.
Yeah.
And specifically in this game, which might seem ironic because you think because it's PSG, he should definitely play. Can get his former team. I don't know. I feel like we need pace on the counter. We need to be able to release it quickly and have Martial and Rashford get on the ball. So, for me personally, I prefer those two for this game.
So you go back to the old front three.
If we're playing a 3, I'll play Cavani. I'm saying in the sense where we're playing a 2 up front and playing a 5 in the midfield. I play Martial and Rashford.
Okay, but I was just saying because if you are going to play in the counter attack, it makes sense what you're saying because then our old front three with Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood makes a lot of sense.
It'd be deadly.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, Ollie's full of curveballs. Against Istanbul, we played this formation. We're like, maybe we should go with this now.
I do think
balance.
Ollie. I think if there anyone who would probably put his name on the starting lineup is Cavani. Ollie's probably thinking that fair enough. Cavani probably does have to start this game, whether it not be the full game, but I think
makes
he
a lot
has
of
to
sense.
start this game. So I do think this will.
Yeah, no.
And if Tony isn't fit, it still makes sense because worst case you put Rashford on the left, Greenwood on the right, and then you move on with life.
It works.
It works. So I think honestly, the formation it might not. He can't because of the players that he has available. He can't play the diamond, I think, and I don't think he can play back 5 because, like you said, there's Luke Shaw who still we don't know. De Gea we still don't know. It doesn't have anything to do with the formation, but De Gea, what's it called? Bailly we don't know. Twanzebe is suspended anyways. Tony we don't know yet. Pogba we don't know. So there is quite a few question marks in there. But the only thing I am going to say, and I point it out every game, is that you see this man here, boys. He is the reason we have hope. This guy, right? If there ever was any chance we're going to win this game, I say it again.
Yeah.
Bruno Fernandes is going to be leading the front line of everything.
It's insane. Like he's involved in everything that we create. It's just madness.
Whether
Like
it be a
the
goal,
consistency is
assist,
out of this world. Yeah.
Everything.
It's top class.
He is top class. Which brings on to actually one of my favorite points in the show is that, again, key players for this game. Who are the players that you think are the reason we get a result out of this game? Because for me, actually, it's not usually the same people. I think the players who are key for this game is Bruno Fernandes, Fred, and Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
Look, I trust my attacking players. I won't lie. It's those 2 clowns at the back that I'm scared about.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do my
Herm-
the weakness. Yeah, I forgot to do that.
So, like, if they're not on it, which they've been slightly better over the last few, let's be fair, as much as a klutz as he was last season. But if he makes some other mistake, like passing to Henderson in the most awkward position, then we're screwed. Because Neymar and Mbappe are definitely going to take advantage of that.
Yeah, because that's the thing. I forgot about that. It's a very good point you brought about that. Is that I always put that simple, which means weakness. We don't know, but last time we played PSG, we had two. Well, we had five defenders for one, and one of them were Axel Tuanzebe, who's not available for this game, and he's got the pace to keep up with Mbappe and Neymar and all. These two, if I see Neymar and Mbappe running at these two clowns, oh no, guys, we cannot allow these two guys to get anywhere near Mbappe and Neymar, which is shocking because they are gonna go for these guys. So I think if we do lose the game, it's definitely gonna be these two men. That's why I think Fred is so important. Wan-Bissaka is so important. Tellers will have to be defensively better than we've ever seen him before. So it's because they're gonna have to cover up for these things. That's why we always see Wan-Bissaka coming inside because they're trying to cover for these two clowns at the back, Victor and Harry Maguire. Shaking hands, jerking each other off. That's how bad they are.
Running into each other.
Running into each other. Doing dizzy things. So that is the biggest concern, and I think that is probably our only problem is that Harry Maguire and Victor Lindelof are not good enough to defend against Neymar, Mbappe, Icardi, Di Maria.
It's gonna be an interesting game. Like if Tuchel's smart, which I don't think would do. If he's smart, just come to Old Trafford, sit back and play on the counter. United won't know what to do. You'll be like,
ego is too big.
More functioning.
Yeah, because it is. Smack us for like 6-0 if they try to do that. If they say have the ball, chill back here, and when they get the ball, they counter with the quality that they have. It's over. It's over. But I don't think it'll happen, and I think that's.
There's gonna be a lot of mind games in this game because if you go back to the last game, our maybe most impressive spell wasn't playing with the back five. It was only switched to the diamond, and we won the midfield battle. But I feel like it was like that because of the period in the game. I feel like PSG were a bit more tired and they were disjointed. I feel like if we start with the diamond now, I don't know if we can beat PSG in the midfield battle. I don't know. Yes, we have the personnel to do it. Do we have the system to do it against a team like PSG? I'm not sure. So that's why I think really our hope in this game is that PSG won't be smart enough to realize that look what Arsenal did against United, look what Chelsea did against United, and just play to their strengths, and we take advantage of them on the counter.
Exactly. But what do you think are like the key players in this game?
Oh, as weird as it is for me to think this right now, but a key player that needs to turn up is Slabhead. We need Slabhead to turn up, and if we don't see him do anything like he normally does, it's so late. Because Mbappe's going to draw circles around him, he's going to carve through balls to Mbappe with the Neymar. Yeah.
We need him to be
carry on it. We need him on it.
Yeah, we don't need him to be amazing. Just don't make mistakes, Just do the simple things right.
Yeah.
Plus, when you get the ball, pass it out quickly.
Yeah. I'm very interested to see Alex Telles because, like I always say, I don't think Telles is anywhere near the quality of Luke Shaw defensively. But I do, if he does play this team here, and he does like a Luke Shaw performance and just shuts it out, then fair play to Alex Telles. Then he says this is the reason why I'm the first team left back. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, I always have faith in. It depends on Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but I do have faith in him. He's done it before. I'm pretty sure if you try to go this side on the wing of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, you're not going past. But if you try to come this side and now you need to trouble Victor, you might get past. I won't lie to you, you might get past.
Yeah.
But don't
if you
go
the middle of the two.
That's why I think Fred is important because, like I said, I don't trust Harry. I don't trust Harry. I don't know about Tellers yet and Victor, but Fred I trust again. So Fred defensively needs to cover this whole area if Tellers is lacking.
Yeah. We've seen Harry Maguire try go there and try take on the wing line. It never looks pretty. It never looks pretty. I feel like we're gonna see Wan-Bissaka shine in this game because I feel like it's gonna be one of those games where the fullback don't push up and they sit back and just leave that attacking to the wingers and the striker. So I feel like because we're gonna be sitting back so much, it's gonna be what he's good at. The tackles are going to be outrageous. He's going to pocket Neymar again. And then Telles, we'll see. I don't know. Because it will be a bit of an unfamiliar game for him. Because he's going to... He won't he won't have as much attacking responsibilities. It's going to be all about defending this game. And we'll see what he has to offer.
Which is also another reason why I want to see this front three. Because if Tellers has to defend a lot and Rashford is left up there by himself, by God help us, he's got no brain to do anything alone there by himself. That's why I want to see Martial on the left. Because I know if Martial has the ball, I trust him to make a pass. Or I trust him to whip in something, you know. I trust him to do something. Make the right decision. Whereas Rashford, I don't trust. I don't trust it. But and like I said, again, on the Rashford on the right, I think Rashford then forced to, you know. You can't cut in and shoot anymore. You can cut in, but then you're still going to have to look for a pass. So I think it will suit everyone. But yeah, it's going to be a very interesting game.
This team on transition, and I want Cavani to play because he's on form. Like, you can't disregard form. But as you said earlier, this team on transition with Donny, Fred, Bruno, and the OG front three, I think it could be lightning.
The OG front three of Martial, Rashford, and Greenwood.
Yeah. I feel like that could be extremely quick. And I don't know, maybe that's what we need. So we'll see though.
We will see.
There's just so many scenarios, so many variations that happen.
Yeah, that front three, the only reason I'll ask it to Clay now is because the only reason I'm highly concerned is because, like we said, the pace in that front three is ridiculous. And we are probably going to 100%, 90%, never say 100, 99.9% sure that we're going to play in the counter attack. But Clay, do you see any chance of Greenwood starting this game?
It's tough because Adi clearly loves the kid and he's had very poor performances, so I don't know if we see him start. I don't think we see him.
Would you start him in this game?
I would give it a 50-50, I think. I would like to see him, but it just depends if he's up to it. Like, if I was the gaffer in training, it's like Greenwood's putting in a yard or two extra, I feel like, let's do it. Let's risk it again.
Yeah.
But
Honestly, I would have loved, if I was the gaffer, I would have went to Greenwood and I would be like, boy, I'm going to play you against PSG. Do what you do. Put that ball in the back of the net. You run socks around them. And you show Mbappe why he's a massive fraud.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be like, you show him who's the real star boy in the world, alright? Because you can be way better than Mbappe, so that's what I would tell him.
Green's definitely in a rush right now, and it's touch and go. In all honesty, you'd have to see him personally in training day in day out to know.
You gotta know him, like, you know, on a personal basis to know what's going on in this game.
And right now we don't have that.
To be honest,
we don't have that
against PSG. If we're losing, I don't think Cavani come off the bench and Greenwood at this moment in time.
That's the other thing. If we are losing. But this team, that's the whole point. We want to play Cavani also. It's like you want the best possibility to get that first goal, you know, and to win from the kickoff. And that's but actually, funny enough, to be honest, if we need a goal out of nowhere, and let's just say we can't create anything for jack shit, I'd much rather have Greenwood come off the bench, because I do think if there's anyone who's gonna pull a goal out of his ass, it's Mason Greenwood. You know, I do think that's, and you know, we've seen how Greenwood is off the bench. He's very good. So personally, that's even more of a reason to play Greenwood off the bench and not start Mason Greenwood. I think that's even more reason for Cavani to play. And I think, I don't know who we're playing after PSG. We're playing a tough game.
West Ham.
Oh, yeah.
West Ham.
Yeah, you see, in the West Ham, you don't really need a striker like Cavani starting. So I think, you know, don't play him this game, but then don't play him for West Ham. I think, you know, and then by then, I think
Cavani's quite happy in West Ham.
I don't know. West Ham are so.
Oh yeah, guys, I don't know
against Issa Diop
as well, but Donny van de Beek's ankle is swollen.
Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about that. He posted an Instagram story about his ankle, and that didn't look like normal, boys. I'll be honest with you. So
it's
Donny
a cricket ball.
might
It looks like a cricket ball.
Yeah. So Donny might actually be a doubt for this game. Which is something actually, thank you for reminding me, Clay, but I actually forgot about that. I remember seeing it and I was like, oh yeah, I wrote it in my notes and everything, but yeah, Donny's ankle didn't look good. He was making jokes about it. He said, welcome to the Premier League, you know, laughing emojis, everything. But Moloto, I don't know if you've seen the picture, but like, maybe I can find it. But it looked bloody awful.
We're losing, gents.
Let me see.
We're losing. Donny's not playing.
I'll send it to you after the show, don't worry.
Yeah, I want to show the people also, just in case, you know.
Oh, okay, if you can bring it up.
Viewer discretion
Yeah,
is
but-
advised, boys. That's what I'm gonna say. But I'm gonna try like, can you see that?
Jeez, my life.
But yeah, that's done.
Jeez, my life.
That's his ankle. Yeah,
It doesn't look good.
but you know, ankle
Hopefully
injuries
he
are
can
a
heal
weird
before.
one because I don't know if you can, if it's something you can just ice it down, if it's just like swollen or something, you know. Is it something you can ice down, you know, just rest it up
But
and then be
Steve
back
Rice.
to normal? Because the ankle is like it's
Play
a
to the
crucial
pain.
part. Yeah, play. Oh, I don't. That's the last. Don't play to. Not Donny Van de Beek. Not Donny, not Bruno, not Martial, not Cavani. Those people need to be protected because they're the most intelligent footballers on the pitch. You
Part of
know,
the club
that-
now.
Yeah,
It's part of the play every game club now.
exactly. You're part of the play every game club because you have a brain, half a brain. You know, even if it's half a brain, I'll take it. I'll take it. You know, because yeah.
Yeah.
So Donny might be a Donny.
But I feel like
Yeah, okay, if Donny is not playing, then
Sauce.
it's like.
Sorry.
But then McSauce, we don't know if he's fit. And Pogba, we don't know if he's fit.
Yeah, exactly.
That means we
Matic.
have to play Matic. Oh
Full-
no!
which I don't completely
Fantastic
mind.
United
I don't
side,
completely
full
mind
Let's
because
go.
Fred and Matic, Fred Matic, and then that front four. Oh, I don't know. Oh.
look, if I'm in a corner and I need someone to jump for me, I definitely trust Matic because he has the experience. So I don't mind it.
That's true,
Yeah.
but then you know I'm thinking about Mbappe, Neymar, Di Maria, and I'm running towards Matic, and I'm like, oh no.
Nah, mate, don't touch Matic.
Nah, they'll touch. They'll touch.
Yeah, it's a tough game. It's clear that we don't know what's gonna happen. So there's a lot on his shoulders.
All I can say
And
is
if
touch
he,
wood.
if he wins, yeah, be cool.
Touch wood, Donny is fit, Paul Pogba is fit, you know. Martial is fit, because I tell you, boys, even you know, all of a sudden looking at this team, because we changed our predicted team due to injuries and team selections and players availability.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden, Donny and Tony, we don't know about. Because, you know, I do think Tony will be fine because it wasn't an injury, it's just more, you know, he's sick, so, well, I say sick, it could have literally just been a dropping, you know. I wouldn't be surprised. Ollie told Marshall, listen, boy, just rest up. I know you've been going through a tough period. I need you back for PSG. You know, just focus up, relax, take those sitters one out. I wouldn't be surprised. I doubt it, but I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, Donny, I showed you
Good
guys the
then,
ankle
James.
thing. You know, I'm no doctor, I'm no specialist in when it comes to that aspect. You know, but I've never been injured myself. I've never had a long-term injury. So hey, I hope it's fine. Considering though that he somehow played, if he played with that the whole game
Yeah.
and he still built that performance,
Too much.
I'm probably thinking it is just swelling or something. I can't remember. I think I remember
Yeah.
the tackle that happened on him because he did go down, but in my head I think it just comes down to swelling. But yeah, like I said, touch wood, Donny is okay. Touch wood, you know, Martial's there. But yeah,
He didn't even know Sydney's game. He still looked to be pretty good towards the end of the game.
I'm expecting big games from these people. I'll leave it on the board. Obviously, I'll change it if the team is not right on the day. But I expect big games from these people. Yeah. Oof. I really hope these man, you know, they're on job.
Yeah, no, I agree.
They're on job. Those guys have to be on
I
job.
agree.
Rashford, I only put a star
Like
next to
Fred.
because he loves the game against PSG. So, but Fred, yeah, bye.
So he's gonna score. Gonna score some outrageous free kick because he's done the penalty. You know, he's done the
30
open play
yards
goal. So it needs to be a
Rashford!
penalty now. It needs to be a free kick now. And like Fred, I feel like he's become more consistent nowadays. Eh? Yes, he has this is sixes in rating terms, but he never really goes below that,
Yeah.
which is really impressive.
Very
And
impressive.
Bruno is Bruno. Don't even need to say anything there.
Bruno he
And
seldom even goes down below an average 8 now. You know, he's probably, if you take his aggregate scores,
Yeah,
he's probably averaging at 8 or something.
yeah, it's insane. And Wan-Bissaka, it's a game that suits him.
All faith with Wan-Bissaka. Defensively, no, I don't ever have problems with the foot. Ain't no problems.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clay, you said obviously you expect a big game from Harry. I won't put a star there, but I'll put I don't know
Big
what
game.
I'll put like
Expected.
Yeah.
I'll put a dot.
He doesn't expect it.
Yeah, I'll put a dot there, like, you know, maybe.
Like
I'll
that.
put a dot there, say maybe. But that's why the weakness, because the whole reason the weakness sign is there is because I do think they're gonna cost us if we lose this game. they're gonna be the reason we probably lose this game. Which brings me on to the next
The
point.
things,
Yeah.
the things we could have done with 80 million.
The things,
Gosh.
the things we could have
Go
done
sign
just for
2
an extra
players.
15 million. That same window. That extra 15 million would have got you Kui by that sum. But no.
Imagine.
Our owners were like, no, 15 million. An extra, no. I got stuck with the fraud. An absolute fraud. He's not my captain. I refuse. You can call me a plastic fan all you want. He is not my captain. And you know what? If he's your captain, you should be ashamed. You should be ashamed. We had captains like Roy Keane, Vidic, even freaking Valencia was a better captain than this guy. You guys should be ashamed.
Yeah.
And this guy's a captain.
He
All
was.
this guy does is dress up for the party and host the tea parties after the games. He's a disgrace. He's not a leader of this team. He's not. I refuse to believe it. And, you know, if you are from England and you still back him, whatever, I mean, maybe that's why, you know, you guys Barkley, you know, where's that leadership? He's your captain as well, you know, that's all I'm saying. He ain't the captain. You can call him a guy agent all you want. He's not a captain. Bruno is the fucking captain of Manchester United. I won't have it any other way. He is the leader. He doesn't need that armband to show it, you know.
Is he vice captain for England or?
He might be.
Is that Dean
You were the
Henderson?
captain armband.
I mean, is
last
that
year,
Dean Henderson?
I
Is
think
that
Kane's
Henderson?
Barkley?
Sorry?
Kane.
Kane, yeah.
I
I was
think
gonna say
Kane's
Kane.
captain.
Yeah, no, I said vice.
Yeah.
Is he vice or is it Henderson?
Yeah, I think it's him. I'll look it up quick.
He wore the armband the last game they played. That's the only reason I say, you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, Southgate will never
honestly,
cease to
This
surprise
man
you.
must be doing some other things off the field. He must be doing some other, because I tell you, on the field, no.
Dude,
It's just
the most punctual person
There's
ever.
too much pressure. And honestly, it's
he's
just
there 2 hours before everyone.
yeah, exactly. It's 2 hours before everyone.
He greets everyone.
Vice
Yeah,
captain's him.
it's-
There you
vice
go.
captain's
So
him.
I have no clue why Maguire even got it in the first place.
Probably because Kane and wasn't playing and
Yeah.
Dean Henderson was injured.
Maybe-
I'm not Dean.
yeah.
And it's not Dean Henderson. Freaking
Yeah,
Jordan Henderson. Yeah, but bringing on to our
Look,
follow-up-
maybe
Yeah.
maybe in terms of, sorry, before we move on, maybe in terms of like team building, in terms of background, he's very good at that. But
You-
it's very hard to be vocal on the pitch when you're playing shit. Like how
Well,
how
what I'm
can you
gonna
do
say
that?
is you go tell Roy Keane that maybe he's nice off the pitch. Maybe he organizes the team building. You go tell Roy Keane all that stuff. We see what he says to you.
Yeah, no, I agree. I don't think he should be captain because on the pitch he's shit. So you can't then be saying one Basaka, do this. You'd be like, what? How can you tell me that? Focus on your game,
I
dude.
wouldn't take it seriously.
Every single time I've seen Harry Maguire tell somebody to do something, it's led to a mistake. Every single time I have seen him go, sure, move there.
Oh
They
yeah,
pass-
it's true. It's true. I remember that.
Straight in my head,
Sure,
sure, go
yeah.
there, go
I
mark
mean,
us on.
it's
I
really,
mean,
It was
yeah.
between the two of them. It's like,
It's really-
what do you want?
Where he pointed for sure to be centre back while he was playing left back. And you can see that.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah, I mean, like we've legit seen in tackle shows.
Yeah, we've seen him
Yeah.
tackle our own players. We've seen him. No.
Yeah,
we
no,
got
okay.
to rock. We got
It's how do
to
you
rock.
move? We move.
We move. Yeah, we move. I don't want this to be, Maguire out show. But yeah, gentlemen, our last point, the score predictions.
This is a hard one. We only hit a point, and for some reason, I think that's what we're gonna get. I don't know why, but yeah, I'm gonna go. No, this is hard, guys. This is hard. I don't know. Oh my gosh.
To vocalize some points while you think about that. I think one thing we can expect from Ali for sure is that he's going to play a bit scared. I think he's going to be looking for that draw, and more than likely going to be looking to play on the counter. So
100%.
it very much depends on how he gets the best out of our system and how PSG play to accommodate that. Because if PSG sit back, like you guys said, that 1 point is going to be very, very hard to come by.
Mm.
Food for thought is that
Yeah, no.
if you want my way of thinking also, because I know I always put you on the spot first, when things are tough. So I'll actually do it first. I can see things are tough, but food for thought is that the way I'm thinking about it is, I look at this, don't trust them. So I do think we can concede up to 2 goals. Now I'm thinking, can we score either more than that, or can we score the same amount? I expect Bruno to get a goal as always. And funny enough, I do expect another goal from like a Rashford or Cavani or Martial. So I do think it could be a 2-2 draw. Which I
I can see that
wouldn't
as well.
mind it, to be honest. So,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna agree with you. I'm gonna go for a 2-2 draw. Like PSG are gonna come for us. They're gonna be up for this. They're gonna play more like a team, as Neymar advised that they do. And yeah, they've got the midfielders, they've got the attackers, tricks. They've got Di Maria, they've got Mbappe. So I think they will be a formidable outfit, but I think on the counter will also lethal. And I don't think the defenders are amazing. So I can see a 2-2, maybe even a 3-3. Maybe it might be an insane game
I
with the
don't see
ridiculous
it.
amount of
That's
goals.
insane. I think if they put 3 past us, it's over.
Yeah. The thing is, right now, we have an amazing record against PSG.
Here we go, Clay. Give
I,
us the win. Give us the win.
I don't want to give the boys everything.
Give us
The
the
one
win, boy.
week
Come on.
I am fully backing us to win this game.
So,
I fully expect a win. I do not see us dropping any points. I think we grab that qualification by the scruff of the neck. I don't know if Ollie will pull it off, but I want us to so badly. I feel it in my heart.
I'd love that.
I
we all
want us to
can
get
love
3
it.
points.
So, what's the score,
And
boy? Come on, give us the score.
I feel like Ollie's going to pull out a masterclass again, and it's going to be a 3-1.
Woo! I'm gonna write it down here, please, so you remember. Clayton's
I was
hope.
tempted to say that. I won't lie.
Here's our hope, please.
I was tempted to say that.
Clay's hope. I'll even write it here.
I hope he pulls it out of the bag again, and he makes it work.
Clay's hope.
Yes. And it relies on Sir Harold Maguire.
So, Harold Maguire. Oh, yeah, with the dot. There we
Yes,
go. I
the
even
dot.
point to the dot, but there we go.
Case hope. There you go,
Yeah,
Sir Harold
I'll-
Maguire.
there we go. I'll point to the dot even, but there we go.
Hmm.
Now I hope that happens. I really do hope that happens. I beg that happens, cause I'll be so happy. I can, my
Yeah.
math might be awful. Someone will have to go double check me on the draw thing. But everyone said, I think even Bruno might have said it. We just need a draw or something, a point. Or no, okay, no, maybe not Bruno. I don't ever, I take that back. But one of our players said we just need a draw as well. I don't know who it was, but
If we win this game,
We don't know how to do
I'll send Ole an email and tell him to let RB Leipzig win in the next game. Because I
Oh.
really, really want to see PSG in the Europa League.
Yeah.
I would love that.
boy, yeah,
Love my entertainment every week.
He's violating. PSG. But yeah, so yeah, Clay's hope. I ended off with that. Clay's hope. What we want is Clay's hope. That's what we want. I wrote it on the board. We've manifested it. Let's hope we get it. But Clay's hope. And yeah, gentlemen, is there anything else you guys wanna say before?
Okay, I figured out the math.
Oh, there we go. Thank you. Explain.
Yeah, so it is 10 points. So since we're playing against PSG, they'll go to 7 points, and then if they win the next game, they'll only go to 10. But if we're already on 10 with a goal difference of 7, we've secured qualification ahead of them.
Yeah, so I was right. So I was also
Yeah.
right then. I said the only thing that in my head would make sense is that our goal difference must be insane.
Yeah.
It's gonna require. We
So
actually
they have
have
to win. So they have to
8.
win like 8-0, even if we
Yeah.
lose. Okay. Yeah, there we
basically.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to dominate somehow.
It's PSG though.
Yeah. And Leipzig can only go up to 12 points at best. So yeah, that's
They'll
good.
beat,
Istanbul only
they'll
maximum.
beat
of
Besiktas 10
9.
now.
So 10 points qualification right now.
I'd say never say never, because PSG could put in, let's just say we did get a draw. I do back PSG to beat Istanbul. They'll play next, like 6. Let's just say 6. And if we do still lose against Leipzig, who can say Leipzig couldn't smash us 3? And then obviously the goal difference becomes us.
And
then
we go back to
we
Europa.
go back to the Europa League. So 3 points is actually what is needed.
Yeah, I know.
3 points is needed. I don't
It's
back
not
this draw.
mathematically safe,
Yeah.
but it's almost mathematically safe.
It's almost mathematically safe.
Bloody
So
hell.
that's what we
wouldn't-
say.
I wouldn't-
Clayton's hope, boys. We did
I wouldn't
it.
be
Just smash them, get it done, get it properly done. If we win, we're done. We qualified, 100%.
I wouldn't be mad at Ole though if it's like the last 10 minutes or so and he decides to be very, very defensive, because it'd be very disappointing after such a start that we end up in the Europa League and not qualifying. Like, it would be a horrible reflection on him. So
Yep.
if he does everything in his power to get the draw towards the obviously want to go in the game and play very positive football, then for me it's all about the qualification that's important here.
Yeah. So, to end it off, to summarize, basically our plan, what we want to happen actually as United fans, is we want Clayton's Hopia to happen. We need Sir Harold Maguire to be on his best game ever, And we need those players with the stars around them to be up to it as well. And if all those things happen, bear in mind that Donny and Tony are still fit to play. So there's lots of there's lots of things that we're relying on. Yeah.
Buts and fine margins in
Yes,
football.
it's fine margins. If all of those things somehow get together, Clayton's hope will come true. Maybe not 3-1, but his hope will come true, and we will be singing. Yeah, we'll be singing next stage in the UEFA Champions League. But yeah, I think it's been a good show, boys. If you are new to the channel, please do consider subscribing. Please do smash a like on the video and all that good stuff. Please comment down below your thoughts and everything. And yeah, gentlemen, we will see you on Wednesday, I think it is, for the match reaction. Manchester United versus Paris Saint-Germain with the fraud Di Maria coming back. We will see you then.